Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. Um, Real quick, let's hope. Oop, sorry about that. Um, if you haven't already, come on in, have a seat, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, your family, your next door neighbors. Share my videos with somebody. So, hey Mark, tonight we are going to pick up and get back on schedule with our regularly scheduled programming, which is Friday nights. Every Friday night we have our medically assisted recovery anonymous meeting. Now, this evening I'm going live an hour and 15 minutes early. And the reason I'm going live early, you guys, hey Jordan, hey Ian, hey Deidre, I'm just going to keep it 100% transparent with you guys. Your girl started her period, and I am cramping like a mother. So I I went into work this morning at 9. I didn't get off until 3:30 or 4 and came home, had a turkey sandwich, and now I got Nate settled. I got him something to eat, and I was like, let me go ahead and get on and do our live stream because after I do this, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to lay down with a heating pad on and pass out. So don't worry, don't worry. Y'all aren't gonna get in trouble or anything. I just get like really tired and my stomach cramps really bad, you guys. And yeah, it does suck. And I know you guys probably don't want to hear about it, but the women will be able to relate. Um, Ever since I've gotten sober, like I've always had really heavy menstrual cycles, but since I've gotten sober, it's worse. It's like Niagara Falls. It's really bad. And usually the first 2 or 3 days, I can barely get out of bed. So I'm preparing for the worst, if you know what I mean. So, okay, let me get our Mara reading pulled up, and then we will read the Mara stuff. And for those of you guys that are new to my channel, I'm on Suboxone. I've been on Suboxone since August of 2015. Um, I got out of treatment and then I went and got put on Suboxone. I started out on 8 milligrams and I was on 8 milligrams for like a month and then I went up to 12. And so from about the second month I was on Suboxone, I've been on 12 milligrams the whole time. Well, just recently, about 9 months ago, I started tapering. And within those 9 months, I have tapered all the way down to 4 milligrams. And so January is my last month to be on 4. And then in February, I'll go down to 2 milligrams. So I'm documenting my taper and I'm letting you guys know like how it's going, what I feel like, and all that kind of stuff. So I've been doing it really slow. Oh, it's horrible, man. It's horrible. Yeah, actually getting high, I didn't have a period for about 2 years because I was shooting up and I was like so malnourished that I lost my period. I lost my period and I lost my hair. My hair was falling out. And so it's really, really, really dangerous for, for women to not have their periods, like, because that's the way our body gets rid of that, like the stuff that's not good in our uterus. That's how it cleans out all that stuff. And so if we're not, having a period to clean out, all the stuff that the eggs that didn't get, fertilized or whatever, and then whatever other stuff is in there that's built up, scar tissue and just like other stuff. Hey, Courtney. So yeah, I was the same way, Bethany. I didn't have one either, and it was because of drugs. I used to think, oh, it must be because, I would always think that what was happening to me was some kind of disease. And my dad would always look at me and he would go, Nicole, it's because of all the drugs you're on. And I remember when my hair fell out, it fell out the whole right side right here, big old chunk. I was bald headed, y'all. I remember coming to my parents' house and showing my dad, and my dad was like, "It's because you're on drugs." And like he didn't even miss a beat, you know? Really, Brittany? Yes, girl. Isn't that crazy? It happens. Hey, Faith. What's up, girl? Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, okay, so just so you guys know, on Friday nights, we have MERA meetings, which is just Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous, which is a 12-step fellowship of men and women who support a healthy lifestyle. And that's what recovery means to MERA. Recovery is recovering from an unhealthy lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle. So I'm going to read to you guys about MERA, and then we'll start talking about tonight's topic, okay? MERA, one size does not fit all. Do you use medications such as methadone, naltrexone, Suboxone, buprenorphine, Antabuse, acamprostate, Paxil, Remeron, bupropion, gabapentin, baclofen, Topamax, etc., that is prescribed and approved by medical community to treat various drug and alcohol use disorders? Many addicts and alcoholics that are utilizing evidence-based science to aid in their recovery sometimes feel unwelcome. Here at Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous, you're always welcome. Recovery is simply to recover from an unsafe lifestyle. Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous is a support group of people who believe in the value of medication as a means to recovery. We understand that our individual needs may not be the same. Our backgrounds may not be the same. Our futures may not be the same. However, our desire to live a safe lifestyle joins us together. Non-judgment is our code. Okay, so I'm going to read to you guys where there are meetings in real life. So if you are someone who is on maintenance medication and you can't find a meeting, I'm going to read off to you guys all the states that they hold meetings. So they have meetings in Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Washington. And then this is a web-based meeting that they have listed on their website. Hey, Becca. So just so you guys know, like, this meeting is approved by MERA. So I worked really hard to get in touch with them and ask them if we could hold weekly meetings here on my channel. Hey, Faith. Troy and Brittany say methadone and gabapentin have saved my life. Recovery works. That's right. It does. Okay. And everyone's recovery is different. And that's the thing. That's what we're about here on my channel, you guys. We are about recovery from addiction and multiple pathways, all-inclusive recovery. Oh, I was just reading the states that they have MERA meetings in. And so if you guys ever want to go and find them, if they have meetings in your state, all you have to do is go on merainternational.org, click your state, and then it'll bring up the exact address to where those meetings are located. Okay. All right. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about letting go of toxic relationships. So I want to talk. So listen, let me get myself straight. Okay. Today, one of my girls reached out to me and she's struggling because this young lady had one of her friends reach out to her. And this is a girl that she used to party with back in the day. But okay, so here's the tea. This lady she's been sober. She's on the methadone maintenance and she's been doing really good. She stays sober. She hasn't failed any drug tests. She takes care of her kids. Like she's doing her recovery. And she has this girlfriend that comes around every now and then. And her girlfriend will do really well and stay sober for like a year, year and a half, 2 years. And then she relapses and then she gets back on track and then she relapses and then she gets back on track, right? And so I know you guys can all relate. You all have that one friend that like gets sober and does so good when they're sober, and you have so much hope for them, right? You're like, wow, she's getting sober, we can hang out again. I love being able to hang out with my friend, like I know I have friends like that they'll do so well, but then something always happens and they always end up relapsing. And I'm going to tell you why they end up relapsing, you guys. It's because of this exact reason. It's because of, listen, when you want to get high and you still have a reservation, like you got it saved up, you got a little secret in the back of your head. You're like, maybe one day I'm going to be able to go out and get high and not have negative consequences, right? And I think that's what happens for a lot of us is we think that maybe we can just do it one time. So let me share with you what's going on with my friend. So my friend called me today and she was telling me that this girl and her went shopping, Christmas shopping. That's a fun time, right? Going Christmas shopping, and you're not doing anything wrong when you're out shopping. Well, they had a good time, and this is where things got hairy. So she took her out and they went shopping, and this girl had to go pick up her take homes from the methadone clinic. And so she drove over to the methadone clinic and picked up her take homes, and she got back in the truck and she was driving, and this her friend started saying, "Oh, my back hurts. Oh, my back hurts." You guys know, we all have been there where we have a friend that knows we're prescribed Suboxone or methadone, and then they want to get some of it. And so she started, oh, my back hurts, my back hurts. And this young lady was like, knew exactly what she was wanting. She knew that she wanted her methadone. And so she straight up asked her, "Can I buy a half a bottle of your methadone?" And she's like, "No, no, no, I can't, right? I can't do it. I can't give you any of my methadone. I'll come up short, right?" And she kept on going on and on and on. And my friend felt really bad. And this is what happens, you guys. And listen, I've done the same thing. I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. When I first got on Suboxone, I had a friend that would come around when I got my prescription filled, and she would beg me, and I would feel so bad. And then she would beg me and beg me, and she would say she was going to stop this time. This time was going to be the last time. She's never going to do it again. She promised me that she's going to get her own prescription next month. Every single time. And every single time I would give her a Suboxone. And so I just want you guys to know that I'm speaking from experience. Okay. Like, I'm never going to come on here and tell you guys to do something that I wouldn't do myself. All right. So she gave her friend half of the methadone, half of some methadone. Poured it out in a little container for her and sent her on her way. Well, today or yesterday, her friend texted her and said, "Hey, we should go shopping again." And she put shopping in quotation marks. And my friend said to me, she said, "I know exactly what she's talking about. She wants me to get some cocaine so we can go out and get high." And I said, "Oh, well, she going to hook you up?" And she said, "No, she wants me to buy it." And I was like, "Oh, hell no." You know me, the addict in me was like, "Oh, hell no, girl. She's just trying to take advantage of you. She just wants you to pay for the drugs, you know?" But the recovery mama in me is like, you need to get her out of your life. Okay. And so this is what I'm talking about, toxic relationships. Our first clue is when we have someone coming around us who wants our medication, and they know how hard we've worked to get sober and stay sober, because we all used to be the same way, right? We all used to be the same way. We would say to our friends who are on their medication, "Please, please sell me some," right? And what is that because of? That's because we're selfish and we want to feel good when we want to feel good. We're not thinking of our friend and their recovery. And so neither is this person. This friend is not thinking about her recovery. She's not thinking, "Oh, I don't want to cause her to relapse. What if she's short on her methadone and I caused her to, that she ends up relapsing because she's short." And so These are the kind of friendships I'm talking to you guys about that are toxic as fuck. And you need to run away as fast as you can, because a true friend, is never going to ask you for your medication. Okay? They're going to understand and they're going to respect you and know that that medication is the medication that you need to remain in recovery, to stay sober. All right? Cut ties, yes. I had to learn this the hard way. Okay, so let me tell you what happened with my friend, and this is my personal experience. Okay, so my friend, we'll call her Jennifer. Me and Jennifer, we ran the streets together. You guys, me and this girl, oh God, we was crazy as hell. And we were both crazy. Like, we were both the kind of people that would, like, she would keep me waiting and waiting and waiting for her and I would be calling her phone. Come on, let's go. We got to get this stuff. Like, we were just nuts, right? When I got on Suboxone, she knew that my son got taken away. Okay. And I went and got put on Suboxone. And she called me and she was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that you got sober and that you're doing your life. And I'm so proud of you, girl. And I should have known right then, because here's the thing, you guys. Like, if she was so proud of me, she would never ask me for my Suboxone. She would never ask me for my medication. Do you understand? Asking someone else for their medication that they're prescribed, that's selfish and self-serving, and it's only about that person. And she doesn't care whether or not I'm short on my prescription. She doesn't care whether or not my son gets taken from me for the rest of my life, because it's not going to affect her. Just like this young lady I talked to today. Her friend doesn't care if she is short on her methadone prescription. Her friend doesn't care if she pops positive for cocaine, if she gets called in for a drug test. Is that friend going to be there? Is that friend going to be there when the methadone clinic calls her and says, hey, girl, I need you to come in and give me a UA? And so not only does this friend of hers want her to pay $250 for an 8-ball, but she wants her to share the drugs with her too? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Okay. I understand that that can be like triggering, right? Because you think, oh, well, this is what's going through her head. This is what she told me. She said, what's going through my head is I've been doing so good. I've been sober for 12 years. I've been staying on track. I've been taking care of the house. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I deserve to let loose. I deserve to, just hang out and just do one. Just do one. Okay, let me explain something to you guys about just doing one. Let me explain to you about how the disease of addiction works. All right. When you take drugs or alcohol into your body and you're a drug addict, you have an allergic reaction to that substance. Your body doesn't process it the same way a normal person's body does. So when you take that substance into your body, it sets off an obsession, okay? The allergy. And when that obsession starts brewing up, it's like, and then next thing you know, it's like you think about cocaine one time, and then all of a sudden it's like, until it's taken over your whole mind, and all you can think about is cocaine all day, every day. Okay. So the way addiction works is so we can be chilling, right? We can have the best of intentions, and something happens. We see something triggers a thought in our mind. Remember, you guys, the disease process that I talked to you guys about? Trigger, thought. Then the obsession comes. Once we start obsessing, what do we do next? We pick up, we use. So it goes trigger, thought, obsession, use. After you use, then you start to crave more. Okay. And so once you start craving more, then that vicious cycle starts over and over and over again. So you might think, oh, guess what? I can do just one. But that one drug is going to trigger the obsession inside of you. Okay. And that's what happens. That's why addicts and alcoholics keep going and keep drinking more and using more and drinking more and using more. It's not because we like, a lot of people think there's this whole argument about whether or not it's a choice, right? And this is what I want you guys to do. If you have a question about whether addiction is a disease or a choice, I want you to take your ass off this video and go look up this video called Pleasure Unwoven and watch the whole thing. And then come back over here and sit down with me and tell me that it's a choice. Okay? When you pick up drugs for the first time, that's the only choice that you had. All right? When you first picked up your first drug. And for a lot of us, that was when we were like 17 years old or 13 years old, 15 years old, right? And so when you're that young, your brain is not fully developed. You don't even have the capability of making good decisions, okay? You don't it's and so imagine taking drugs into your body before you're even mentally able to mature, develop correctly. And so right then at that age when you take that substance into your body, Pleasure Unwoven, WOVEN. When you take that substance into your body at that age, right then is when you stop. It's like you might as well freeze in time, okay? Because you're not going to go mature past that age. You have stunted yourself right there. And so that's why for a lot of us, now that we're trying to get our lives together, I'm 37 years old, but really, you guys, I'm 17. I'm 17 years old in a 37-year-old's body trying to get my life together, trying to mature past that. You're right again. And normally money is the main trigger. So, okay. Whenever I first got sober, I was like, where am I going to work? What am I going to do? Because whenever I was using drugs, I would wait tables and I would bartend and I would get that fast cash. I'm talking $300, $400, $500 a night, right? And so that money was just coming in, and that money right then, just like you said, triggered a thought. I have all this money in my hand. I can just go out and get a couple, and I'll save the rest, right? I'll save the rest. And then what happens after I think I'm going to save the rest, I might have every intention of saving the rest of that money. But what happens, you guys? I spend it all. It's all gone. Yes, Becca, exactly. You don't emotionally develop. And I'm seeing all y'all's comments and I'm reading them, but I'm like, I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm talking about. Hey, bless this mess. Thanks, girl. Love you. Luckily, I'm an old soul. My mother always told me, or I'd have mentally been 12. Yeah, for real. I mean, so letting go of these kind of relationships in our lives and holding on to these people, why are you going to hold on to somebody that would even, you have to want more for yourself. And you have to start realizing, yeah, each one of you guys, that you deserve better friends. You deserve better people in your life. Don't settle for people that ask you if they can have your medication. Don't settle for people that are basically using you. That's what this girl's trying to do. She's trying to use you because you have money, you have a husband, you have a home, you have your kids, you have a brand new truck, and she sees you and she has nothing. So she just wants to jump in the car. Oh, Pleasure Unwoven. Pleasure Unwoven. Bethany wrote it down. Thank you, Bethany. I was 10 years old. I was using meth with my dad. He didn't have any friends. I was his only friend. My cousin gave me a line of cocaine, and I told my dad, Randy does it with me. So he started doing it. Oh, man. Damn. My parents, they don't do that kind of stuff, but, it makes me upset when I hear some of you tell me that you were using with your parents, because it's just hard, because when when you have your parents there doing it, you look at your parents and you think, well, if my parents are doing it, then it must be okay. That's not okay. That's not the way it's supposed to be. You know, that's not the way life is supposed to be. If you're a child, you're supposed to have a family that takes care of you and supports you and is teaching you right from wrong. And that's the thing, you guys, like, we have to start realizing that, it's not cool to go to prison or to get high. Like, these things are not, it's not fun at all. It might start out as being something that you enjoy, but I promise you that if you keep going down that road, it will take everything from you. Everything, your freedom, your life eventually, your family, your friends, everything. It's not worth it. So, how do you get rid of these kind of people that are in your life? How do you let go of those toxic relationships? What do you do? I'm going to tell you what you do. I'm going to tell you what you do. You block that bitch's number. You put a sign on your door that says, bitch, I said not to come over. I'm so serious, you guys. If you don't set the boundary, you have to lay that boundary so freaking hard. Because here's the thing with us drug addicts, we're going to try and weasel our way back in. And so this is what this young lady's going to do. She's going to try and weasel her way back into your good graces. And she's going to try and say, oh, I'm changing my ways. I'm going to do better this time. But if you've seen what she does and you know that this is her pattern, get her out of your life. Get her. The kind of people that we need to have in our lives, you guys, are people that challenge us to do better. Okay. And so, listen, here's the thing. I understand that it's hard whenever you're used to getting high, you're used to hanging out with people who are, getting loaded and who don't care. What's up, baby? But that was the old you. That was the old you, okay?
I wish I could understand.
You have to set boundaries for yourself today. Here you go, buddy. You have to, hold on. You have to want more for you. Okay? I'm the same way, you guys. It's like people who are doing better than me, the winners, sometimes I feel insecure because I'm so far behind those women, And I look at them and I'm like, what do I have in common with them, right? And sometimes I think they're not going to like me, Like, now that I'm sober, I hang out with my son and his friends' mothers who don't even get high. You know what I mean? And so I remember when I first took him to his first play date this year with all his friends after school, and all the moms were sitting around and they were talking about like decorating their houses and paying off their cars. And I was just sitting there like, I live in my mother-in-law's house. I just bought my car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was embarrassed. And then I was like, why am I embarrassed? And so I sat down and I was like, hey, what's up? My name's Nicole. And I told them all about my YouTube channel. And I told them about you guys. And I told them about how I used to shoot heroin and now I don't. And I sat there with the moms. And there was those moms, you guys, some of them were like, wow, I have a family member who's going through a struggle right now, and they could relate. And you know what? You think people are going to judge you, and you think people are going to think less of you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you what, there's so many people that are touched by this disease, you guys. You would be surprised. Now, don't get me wrong. Not everybody should go out and tell the world that they're in recovery, because some people are fucking judgmental as fuck. But I'm going to tell you guys this. I haven't had a negative experience from being honest about being in recovery. My job knows I'm in recovery. They know I have a YouTube channel. Um, they know everything about me, and this is like this. I'm so proud of being sober and being in recovery and having a channel and helping other people. Like, I'm proud of that. That's it gives me purpose, and so you have to find your purpose in life and stop looking for gratification and temporary relief from these, like hanging out with people who are all wilding out, living on the edge. Like what are you seeking? What are you trying to feel? Why do you want to feel differently? What is it that's going on in your life that you're lacking, that you feel like you need to go out and get high on cocaine? Do you understand what I'm saying? Really think about that, you guys. When you start thinking like about relapsing or going and using drugs, you need to think deeper because something else is going on. What's going on? Are you depressed? Are you and your husband not getting along or your wife not getting along? Are you working on your therapy? Are you talking to people about how you're feeling? What else is going on? Because when a drug addict is reaching for drugs, 9 times out of 10, it's because they are trying to cover up something that they're feeling. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, what are you trying to not feel? What are you trying to cover up? And some of you go, oh, Nicole, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not trying to cover up anything. Lies, lies. You know, it it could be anything, you guys. It could be like you're feeling inadequate or some kind of insecurity, right? Lonely. That's a good one too, Becca. Being lonely. And what is getting high going to do for you, though? It's only going to give you temporary relief. And then what's going to happen after that? You're going to wake up the next day or 3 days later, and you're going to be so disappointed in yourself. You're going to be so disappointed in yourself, and you're going to be so upset, and you're going to say, why did I do that again? Why do I keep letting myself do that? And that's the thing, Bethany. You have to feel your feelings. You cannot escape your feelings anymore. I mean, unless you're going to be dead, unless you want to die, like that's the thing. Feelings are great. I love feeling feelings. I love crying. I love being angry. I love getting excited about things, because I used to do the same thing. I used to not want to feel. But guess what? Today, I cry my eyes out and it fucking feels great. I love crying, y'all. Crying gives me so much, like, I let it all out. I don't give a damn who is looking. I don't care what people think. I'll cry my damn eyes out. I like when I get mad or somebody pisses me off, I can get mad. I can cuss their ass out without them even knowing it. And then guess what? I'm not getting high over it. That's the most amazing thing, is that I'm not getting high over this bitch who posted some shit on her Instagram pissing me the fuck off the other day. Can you believe that? I stayed sober over that. Back in the day, I would have been like, this bitch. And I would have went out and fucked myself off. For what? For what? Today, I don't want to be like that. Today, I want to feel, you guys. And I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with feeling your feelings. Why are you running away from feeling? I promise you that I thought I had gotten to such a routine of getting high and canceling out the way I felt that it was second nature to me. Okay. But today I'm learning a new way to live my life, and I'm learning a new way to cope. And it really is a good feeling. I used to let other people run my life by making me feel inadequate, insecure, not good enough. But today, I don't let people do that to me. Today, I'm in charge. Today, I can create my own destiny, right? I can make my life whatever I want it to be. And I don't have to let other people affect me like I used to, and I think that's what happened is, for me, I was 17 years old when I started getting high. And so I didn't have any, like, I wasn't as sure of myself. So I started using drugs very immature, very unsure, very insecure, right? And so I started using, and then I stayed in that same spot that insecure, unsure Nicole, right? And so now that I'm sober and I'm growing in my recovery, right? I'm getting to I, I feel secure in my relationship with my husband. I've never felt that way. I've always thought that every man I was ever going to be with was going to beat me, was going to cheat on me, was going to leave me. And I actually have a relationship that's healthy with someone who loves me and respects me and takes good care of me and my son. It was a long time for me before I found anyone that treated me like they were supposed to treat me. And it was because I thought all I deserved was to be treated badly. And that was because I only let myself be around people who were doing and treating me badly. You know, why do we keep ourselves, hey Rachel, why do we keep ourselves around people who don't respect us? Why do we hold on to these toxic people in our lives? Why are you going to allow someone else to affect your life and your sobriety and your recovery like that? You know, that person does not care about you. Here's another thing, you guys. I am learning that some people, they are just passerbys. Hey, how you doing? See you later. Never talk to you again. And then there's other people in your life that are going to come and they're going to be there and they're going to stay there and they're going to really give a damn about whether you succeed or fail, right? And then there's some people that are going to, they don't want you to do well, because if you do well, then you'll figure them out. Do you know what I'm saying? There's people that are going to be wanting to attach themselves to you because they see you doing good. And they think if they attach themselves to you, that maybe they can get a free ride. You better knock them motherfuckers off you. You better go get some fucking tick spray and flea spray and get them fools off you. I'm telling you guys, it's like leeches. Leeches. Toxic relationships are like leeches. They will suck you dry. And then you're gonna be looking around all sucked up like Squidward from SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you're gonna be looking like SpongeBob when he gets fucking dried out on the beach. Leeches, you guys. And you know why you attract those kind of people, Merc? It's because you think that's what you're supposed to deserve. You got to start holding yourself up to a higher standard and know that you deserve a woman who treats you with respect, who loves you, who loves your children. That's what you deserve. Becca says a lot of people's families don't care about them. That has led to a lot of our addictions. We need more love for each other. And here's the thing, you guys, like, I cannot relate to having a family who doesn't love me, because I'm so fortunate to have a family that loves and cares about me. But I can tell you this, if I didn't have a family who loved and cared about me, I would make my own family. I would fucking create my own crew of people, and that would be my family. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I always have a crew. Okay. Like, it doesn't matter where I go, I'm going to have a crew. Like here on YouTube, we got the Real Talk Recovery crew. I mean, we're a crew, y'all. We're a gang. We're a family. We're a unit, a community, And so we attract the kind of people, we attract what we're giving. Like, what I do is what I'm going to attract. Okay, if I want to attract healthy people who are doing the next right thing, who are staying sober, then guess what I got to do? I got to do the next right thing. I got to stay sober. All right, and then I'm going to attract those kind of people. If you have people that are coming around you that think that they can get you to get high with them, then you need to change something. Okay. You need to start focusing more on diving headfirst into your recovery. And you need to set that boundary and show them, I don't get high no more. I'm not about that life. I'm not about that loser ass shit. I'm about winning today. I'm about living my life in sobriety and being happy and helping others. I'm not selfish. I'm not self-seeking, because that's what drug addiction is. It's selfish and self-seeking. Oh yeah, Becca, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Oh no, Courtney, don't say that. I know what you mean though. Like, okay, so when we were growing up, the way my dad would show me and my sisters that he loved us was by buying us stuff, right? Um, but all we wanted is for my dad to be around because he worked a lot. He worked a lot because he had 3 daughters and he had to pay for a lot of stuff. But back then, when I was a little girl, I didn't understand that, and I just wanted him to like play softball with me because I was on the softball team, or watch me when I was doing my cheerleading practices. A lot of people, you would be surprised, and that's why, listen to me, with my son, you guys, I tell my son every single day, I love you so much. I feel bad for my friend that she doesn't have anyone and she always gives me the "you're my bestie and I miss you," yada yada yada. Deidre, I know that, but that's the thing, Deidre, she could have things. She could have you as her friend, but she's right now, what she's doing is she's straddling that line where she's trying to take advantage of you. Please, please, girl, I would never point you in the wrong direction. She wants what you have, and she's not willing to work for it. So she wants to free ride off of you. All right. I'm telling you guys, I never realized it because when I was in my addiction, I thought those people were my friends. I really did. I thought people were my friends that asked me for dope or asked me for my medication or came over with me. I mean, I have friends that I was friends with for years that I don't talk to them anymore because the first words out of their mouths are, "Can I get a Suboxone strip?" Or, "Does your sister have any Xanax bars?" And I don't want to lose I don't I love myself so much that I don't want to lose what I've worked so hard for. I love me today. I love my son. That's the thing that changed my life forever, is the love I have for my son. It saved my life. A cult chant. One of us. Yes, Becca. Becca, yes. And that's the thing. Like, if somebody's going to ask you for your life-saving medication that's helping you stay sober, come on, Deidre. You know that listen, girl, she's an opportunist. She's an opportunist. She sees you doing good, girl. She sees you succeeding, and she wants to ride. She wants to freeload. She wants Deidre to pay for everything. She wants to ride in Deidre's new truck. Deidre, I love you, girl. If you lived in Arkansas, I'd take you underneath my wing. You could come over here and hang out with me all the time, because my husband's always at work too. So we'd just be hanging out, drinking coffee all day. I'm telling you, girl, it's lonely. Okay? Getting sober has been lonely for me because it was a transition. I don't hang out with a bunch of people anymore. I'm very selective of the relationships that I nurture. Okay? And even now, you guys, I have tried to have friendships that have not worked out. And what I've learned is that the people that are supposed to be in my life will be in my life. And those people will make an effort to connect with me, right? And they will see my loyalty to them. Yes, Nicole, she wants what you have, Deidre. Yeah, ask away, girl, ask away. And I just, I've totally been there. Like, I really, really used to do the same thing with my friend Jennifer, you guys. New to the channel and love the truth you're speaking. We need more channels like this. Hey, Misfit Nation, what's up? Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Come on in, have a seat, stick around. I'm so glad that you guys are the people that are finding my channel are finding my channel, you guys. And I'm just sharing with you from experience, okay? From experience. And listen, if your friend gets sober, Deidre, and she proves and shows that she's going to be staying in recovery and changing her life, then there's nothing wrong with you guys to go hang out, but she has to get sober and really show you. Our so-called friends hate it when we're no longer on the gear. They're still in misery in seeing us do well. Yes, they see and that's the thing. Misery loves company. Remember that. Remember that when people start seeing you do well, especially addicts that are still in active addiction, they're going to come around and try to tempt you. And they don't even know it, but they're doing the devil's work. That's what that is. It's spiritual warfare. You're up against the fucking addiction, which is the devil. Okay. And you're at war for your life. It seems like it's harder for me to make friends the older I get. It's hard to let people in. And I think that is why it's hard to let go of friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. She gets sober and then falls off the wagon after about 8 months to a year mark. And that's the thing, Deidre. It doesn't mean that you can't love her from afar. It doesn't mean that you can't text her and go, "Girl, I'm rooting for you, right? Hey, Seth, I know you can do this, but Deidre, I'm telling you, please, you got to do this, girl. You got to text her and tell her, hey, sis, you might not have meant any harm, but I really don't want to lose my recovery. And it means so much to me. And I would appreciate it if you wouldn't talk about drugs. And I know it might seem lame and it's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You guys, this is what it's like to live in recovery. Okay. This is what it's like. You're going to have to be the lame one. Okay. You're going to have to be the one who says, I don't snort cocaine anymore. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm a grown ass woman. Okay. I'm 37 years old, you guys. I'm not no spring chicken anymore. You know, that was shit I did back in my younger years. I lived my life. I partied. I had a good time. I'm done with that life now, man. I'm telling you guys, we're too old. If you want life to pass you by and you want to stay getting high, you're never going to have anything. You're never going to have anything. And also, Deidre, you have a man who loves you and cares about you. And you know what will happen if you go off the fucking rails with that. He is such a good man, and he loves you more than anything. Don't break his heart. And do this for yourself. Stand up to this girl for yourself. I know you have a big heart. Yeah, he would. I'm 37, Jesse, for real. I promise you, I would never lie to you. I was born in 82. Because he loves you and he knows that you're better than that. You deserve better friendship than that. You deserve a friend who is going to encourage you to do better and stay sober and stay on the right track. So, and here's the thing, you guys, like I said, I have lots of friends who get sober and relapse, get sober and relapse, get sober and relapse. And it doesn't mean that I love them any less or don't think about them. Shit, some of you guys do the same thing, and I love you guys just the same. But you guys aren't coming to my house asking me to snort cocaine with you. Okay? You guys aren't going to affect me in that way. I'm not going to go get high with you. You're not tempting me. And that's what's happening to her is she's being tempted because this person's coming into her life. Okay? And that's what I'm talking about. It's okay to have people that you care about and that you're cheering them on and that you're supporting them. Listen, I have plenty of people that are in active addiction right now that I talk to on a daily basis, but they're not coming to my house. They're not texting me and asking me if I want to get high with them. They're not begging me for my medication. Do you see what I'm saying? That's not a good friendship. That's not a good friend. And if she's being like that because she's fucked up, then let her go get herself together. And when she comes back, she can be a better friend to you. But I think that you need to let her know that, she crossed the line and that she's not being a good friend to you by asking you for stuff like that, and don't be embarrassed to say it because it's the truth. It is not right. You think I should talk to my counselor about this? I know. I mean, I used to think the same thing. Yeah, I would definitely talk to your counselor about it. For sure. Always talk to your counselor about that kind of stuff. Because then your counselor, at least she'll know that, hey, if you come in and you're acting silly, or she sees like you're not acting normal, she can kind of be like making sure that you're on the right track and you're staying good. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We have to have enough respect for ourselves to not allow those people to keep coming around us and propositioning us to use drugs with them. Okay? It doesn't mean that you don't care about her or don't love her, but I'm telling you guys, like, if you listen to me, Deidre, you are in no position to be hanging out with a girl who's offering to do cocaine with you. Because you know why? Because you're already saying it. Well, I've been doing so good. I deserve a day out. I deserve a buzz. You're not in the right headspace. Okay? You're not strong enough, girl. You're not ready. You're not ready to be in those. You need to say, friend, I love you, but I can't have you around in my life because I'm tempted. I'm tempted. Know your boundaries. Know yourself. I mean, you're saying it right now. You're like, I want to catch a buzz. I deserve it. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, girl, recipe for disaster. Remember about 3 months ago? Hey, Justin, what's up? Remember about 3 months ago when I went over to my girlfriend's house, Tara, who was high on methamphetamine, and she was tripping, thinking there was somebody underneath the bed, and I went to inspect it. I would have never went over to her house if I thought for a second that I wanted to shoot up dope. I went over there and I was disgusted. I was like, get me the fuck out of here, you know? But that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, I, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was going to go over there, and that I felt horrible for her. I felt bad for her. I felt like, damn, she's struggling. I remember what that was like. I don't want to be like that. And I went over there to check her house and reassure her that there was nobody in her house because she was hallucinating. And then I got my ass the fuck up out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? And listen, hey Josh, I don't even test myself like that, you guys. Like, that was just like something that happened and I just did it. And I shouldn't have. Even with 5 years sober, almost, I shouldn't have went over there. Okay? Because that could have put me in it. What if I went over there and all of a sudden it just hit me and I was like, I need to shoot up. I need to shoot up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she offered it to me. She offered it to me. You know, what if I had done it? What if I had lost everything? Do you see what I'm saying? That could have, anything could happen, you guys. And so I don't put myself in those situations because it's dangerous. And I don't want to lose so much of what I've worked for. So if I'm not putting myself in those situations, then you know you should damn well not be putting yourself in that situation. Do you feel me? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I'm like the recovery god or anything, but what I'm saying is like I've got a little bit of stability in my sobriety, and I'm not even willing to go around those people that are still getting high, you know? My sis mom and dad all use meth. Those are definitely hard relationships sometimes. They never talk about it, but it's obvious. And wanting your children, oh, sorry, babe. And wanting your family to be in your children's lives. Oh, Jesse, that is hard. That is hard. And that's the thing. But Jesse, girl, you know you don't want you want them to be in your children's lives sober. Sober. Because if they're high on dope, they're not present. I don't care what anyone says. If you're doing drugs, you're not all there. I used to make the same excuses and say, I'm taking care of my son. I'm taking care of my son. Blah, 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 blah. You guys, I was shooting dope. I wasn't taking care of my son. I wasn't present. I was being a horrible mom. A horrible mom. So don't put yourselves in those positions, okay? And if you ever have anything like that happens, you guys, no one puts the needle to your arm. I can tell you will relapse. Thanks, Mr. J. Have a great day. The thing about it is, you guys, like, I'm serious. You just got to protect yourself. Don't go around people that are still getting high, okay? It's not a good idea. It really, really isn't, you guys. And the whole thing about it is, it's like, anything could happen. Just protect your sobriety, okay? You could be having a bad day that day. You could go in and see someone and maybe you and your family had a fight. You just don't want to lose everything you've worked so hard for. And that's how I feel. I don't want to lose everything I've worked so hard for. So you guys, I know, are all going to get to that point where you're like, you know what? I have worked so hard. I'm happy with my recovery. I don't want to give it up. You know what I mean? So, anyway, I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you enjoyed this Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous meeting. And tomorrow is Saturday, and I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, you guys. I've got to get with Big Sid because he wants to come on the channel and kind of like share his story. And then after he comes on the channel, we have a whole plan. So I'm really excited for that. And then I got to get with Big Lance because we're going to do a part 2 to his video. Hey, Joy. I love you too, Deidre. I love you too. I just want you to be okay. And, I want you to protect yourself. And, I wouldn't recommend anybody to go out and, be around someone that's still using, even if you had 50 years sober. If you do go around somebody that's still using, bring someone else with you who is sober also. So that way you have backup. Do you know what I'm saying? Just be smart. Have a plan. That's the best thing to do. Have a plan. Did I ever tell you guys about how I got this tattoo? I don't think I have. So that's our next story time, okay? Okay, you guys, I love you. Joy, I love you, girl. Thanks for everybody that came out to the meeting tonight. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh, Misfit Nation, honey, I got so many videos. You are going to just love it because I've got thousands. And I got story times and everything. So I really am glad that she came over. Welcome to everybody that came over tonight. Like, seriously, I don't know. I'm so glad that you guys are finding my channel. I feel like for the longest time, it was like my channel was hidden and nobody was finding it. And I feel like so finally, it's like somehow people are finding me. And so I'm so grateful. I know that a lot of you guys are sharing my videos. I know Cindy is. So thank you, Cindy. Cindy is like what did I call you, Cindy? Cindy is my, God bless America. She's like the CEO of Real Talk Recovery. No. She does public relations. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, we've been on for about an hour. Where you been? I went on early today, Bobby. I'm sorry. I usually come on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7, though, you guys. So you can always catch me here. And I'll probably be on tomorrow, too. Tomorrow's Saturday, so this is what we'll do. I'll do like a 12 o'clock. No, we'll do a 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. How's that sound? How does that sound, you guys? 2 o'clock Central Standard Time for a recovery live stream. Tomorrow, I'll probably be doing laundry or something like that, but we'll have a good time. And if any of you guys want to come on, Human Resources. Hey, Botanical Romance. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate y'all so much. We'll do a video tomorrow, 2 p.m. If any of you guys want to come on and panel up with me and share your story, text me or DM me on Instagram, okay? The Real Talk Recovery phone number is this number. Hold on, let me give it to you guys. I need to get Splinter back on the channel too. Okay, there's the Real Talk Recovery phone line, you guys. Yes, that's right, Becca. Good job. Give the video a thumbs up. Comment under the video when it goes up, you guys. That helps me out a lot. If any of you guys want to come on tomorrow and chat it up with me on that 2 p.m. stream, text me on the Real Talk Recovery phone line and let me know, and I'll send you a link to the live stream tomorrow, okay? All right, you guys. Love y'all. Thanks for everybody that came, and I hope you guys got something out of it.